From a singer beating a paparazzo with an umbrella to an actor throwing a phone at a hotel employee, these are some of the biggest Hollywood star freakouts. First, let's start off with Christian Bale's explosive on-set tantrum. For a long time, this outburst held the gold standard for meltdowns in the industry. So what exactly went down? In 2009, Bale was shooting an emotional scene from Terminator Salvation. The director of photography, Shane Hurlbut, liked to tweak his lights, even while the camera was rolling. So Hurlbut kept walking into Bale's eye line. This distraction set off the actor, who literally went crazy on him.
I want you off the set, you prick!
Sorry.
No, don't just be sorry. Think for one second.
Among the many things the actor said was, "I'm effing trying to do a scene here, P-R-I-C-K." I mean, he had the right to shout and yell for 10 seconds given the distraction, but the actor went on for 3 whole minutes, guys, and dropped so many F-bombs, as well as threatening to smash his lighting equipment.
No! Don't shut me up! Am I gonna walk around and rip your down in the middle of a scene?
What's worse, the American Psycho actor even threatened to quit the film if Shane committed this offense one more time.
You do it one more and I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired. I'm serious. You're a nice guy.
After the audio made the rounds all over the internet, Bale received a lot of backlash from the media. The Dark Knight actor had no choice but to release a public apology. He stated that he was out of bounds and called the whole thing embarrassing. Being a method actor, he mixed up reality and let the craziness of his character take over him. Yeah, right. The actor even insisted that he and Hurlbut worked it out on that very day. It didn't take long for the industry to forgive and forget this incident and move on. That being said, the next actor got the love even after having a complete meltdown. It's like he can do nothing wrong. Tom Cruise COVID-19 rant. The COVID-19 years were pretty hard on the industry, and nobody wanted the virus to outbreak on their set while filming, especially Tom Cruise. While filming Mission Impossible 7 in London, Tom had a freak out when some crew members were standing too close to one another, breaking COVID-19 guidelines. In the audio clip, the 60-year-old can be heard saying to the crew members, "If I see you doing it again, you're effing gone." The Top Gun actor definitely didn't hold back. He went on for more than 3 minutes in a rant that was filled with some pretty interesting curse words. Cruise told the crew that if this behavior was repeated, he would fire them on the spot. To be fair, I can't really fault the guy for this. His heart was in the right place, even if the actor did go a little overboard in his passion for it. Many celebrities came out in his support and said that it was time for people to take this seriously, especially when so many people's livelihoods in the industry depended on it. The production had already been delayed earlier when 12 people on set in Italy tested positive for the virus, so Cruise really wasn't looking forward to facing that again.
We are the gold standard. You're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever! And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone.
Later on, it was reported that 5 staff members quit after another on-set rant by the actor. Speaking of rants, Mel Gibson, this talented actor, did not hold back when it came to sharing his controversial views, as his career took a nosedive. Back in 2006, Mel was one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood. Then he was arrested by the police for suspected drunk driving. Not taking too kindly to the questioning, Gibson went on a rant that was filled with anti-Semitic views. The actor told a Malibu cop that Jews were responsible for all the wars in the world.
He got busted and he went on this anti-Semitic rant and said, the Jews start all the wars, etc., etc.
This shocked the world. Who would have guessed this talented filmmaker would be an out-of-control racist? Making things worse, in 2010, Gibson was caught on tape screaming racist remarks, including the N-word. Oksana, his ex-girlfriend, she later even accused him of physically abusing her. Then came the homophobic comments. Yeah, that was pretty much the final nail in the coffin for his career. All these messy headlines ended up with the Braveheart actor getting blacklisted in the industry. Nobody wanted to work with him. But then Gibson bounced back, but not with the same star power he once had. Now, many of you might be wondering, how does this guy even have a career right now? No one really knows. But one thing is for sure, in this day and age, one more blunder and his career is over. While most of these meltdowns only costed these celebs their reputation, the next actor actually had to pay for it. And I mean that in the literal sense. Russell Crowe paid $11 million to a hotel clerk. It was after 4 a.m. and the actor was in New York to promote his film. Pretty frustrated and clearly not thinking straight, he got into a disagreement with an employee, Nestor, at the Mercer Hotel he was staying in and proceeded to throw a telephone and then a vase at the guy. All because he couldn't get a connection to Australia to speak with his family. Bit extreme, right? Nestor suffered minor cuts because of this and was treated. But the night just didn't end well for the star. Russell was charged with assault in the second degree and criminal possession of a weapon. And yes, by that, the police meant the telephone. The Oscar winner knew there was no way he was getting out of this without getting banned from working in the States, so he decided to plead guilty to the charges. The judge slapped him with a conditional discharge. He paid $11 million in damages to the clerk and the hotel. On the other hand, the actor's career really didn't suffer at all. This wasn't Russell's first violent outburst in public either. The actor has a reputation in the industry for being a bad boy, both on and off screen. So when the news broke out, not many were surprised. Well, I saved the best for last for you guys. Let's take a look at the biggest meltdowns in the history of meltdowns. Britney Spears shaves her head. This one was a maniacal meltdown, guys. Back in 2007, the ink was barely dry on Spears' divorce paper when she hit Hollywood club scene with two of the biggest party girls of that time, Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan, all without her pants on. Then, just one day after checking herself out of a rehab facility, she shaves her whole head. Britney then made headlines when she attacked a paparazzi with an umbrella. 2 days later, she was in rehab once again. As one of the most famous pop stars at the time, the paparazzi were all over her. This pushed her further toward the edge. That same year, she fled the scene of a car accident. Britney was then charged with 2 counts of hit and run. Her bad year got even worse after that. Clearly not in the correct state of mind, the singer took the stage at the MTV Video Music Awards. And as expected, she was all over the place and looked high. In October of 2007, she lost custody of her kids, and the court determined that she was not fit to be a parent. The pop star's hardships didn't just end there. As a fallout from all the chaos, her father was assigned as her conservator. And we all know how that one went. Today, the actor is now in a much better and happier place ever since her conservatorship has ended. Spears had one of the most incredible celebrity comebacks ever and is even married now. Now I'm just waiting for a new album. That's all I have for you guys. I'll see you in the next one.